Hey guys, it's River Dave with ClamatStudents.com. I'm standing here with Chris Redden from R3 Fabrication, and we're going to get the nickel tour of where the magic happens today, right?
Yeah.
So we are up at your house right now.
Yep.
Everything's happening in here, and when we get to the back, we'll show what the future plans are. But tell us about this.
This is a racer class 1 car. A customer of ours bought it, asked us if I'd go look at it. Looked at it, told him it was a good car. He bought it, now he wants to go racing, kind of a bucket list deal. So he's excited. We're going to go race the Met 400 in this thing.
So one of the services you offer, other than just building cars from scratch and building new cars, is you actually do race prep.
Yeah, we do race prep for pretty much any race car. I don't really like to work on side-by-sides, but if it's a race side-by-side, we'll work on it. Race cars, buggies, trucks, everything. I take care of an all-wheel drive trophy truck. We're take care of this thing now. I take care of my own stuff. I take care of a couple other people's just stuff here and there, some side-by-side race car stuff. But yeah, so that's
one of the services. It's not just fabrication.
Yeah,
we
do kind of all of it. So my original background was I worked for Fluger Racing back in the day. My uncle was John Hoffman, and he's been in the industry forever. So he taught me how to do it, and I worked with them for I think like 8.5 years. Learned all the ropes, and then they built a truck in-house, and I learned from some of the best fabricators in the world of how to build stuff. So this turned out.
So this particular car, we saw this at the Sand and Water Expo, and it was literally just frame on the ground.
Yeah, it was just arms. It had like mock-up spindles. It had no springs, no coolers, no nothing. It was just shocks, arms, and the motor was set in. That was it.
So in the interest of not making this video 45 minutes, we're going to come back and film this car separately and talk about it. But let's keep going, dude. Let's take a look at the, what do you call this thing, R1?
Yeah, this is it's a SR1 race car. Me and a bunch of my buddies race them, and they're fun. They're fast cars. They're higher mile cars. They're all right.
So that's basically a frame with a street bike motor,
yep,
right?
It's got a 2008 R1 motor in it with a chain and only goes forward, so it's a race car.
There you go.
Single seat, and it's a blast to drive.
So now you got this one we made a bunch of progress on. This is the sister to that car?
This is the second car, the identical car to this one. Literally everything that this car has, this car will have. They will mirror each other as best as possible. All the same stuff. They're best friends that own the cars, so they're gonna match. That way, no one has a better car than the other.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going back here. That's my favorite part, which is the beer fridge. Yeah. Got your Bridgeport, sheet metal brakes,
shear, benders, plastic cutters, welders. You got sanders, lathe, stuff there. We're pretty much out of room in here right now. We have some more tools that are in storage, but this is what we could fit. This is the necessities to be able to make stuff happen while we're getting the shop built. So
now as we come on back here, what's the story on this car?
So this car is an original buckshot X3. It was like a center seat. Drove it from the middle, and it used to have a big block with like big quick change rear engine in it, and then a turbo over, had a 2-speed power light. And the guy kept breaking parts, so now we're putting a 688 Donovan big block twin turbo, put Albins in it, and rebuilding basically the back half of the car to kind of update it a little bit and then give it some different shape, more fuel, try to get some of the weight to the back units and in the car. So we'll have like 44 gallons of fuel, it'll have 2,000 horsepower. It should be
and this is a single seat car?
It's a 3-seater, so they sit in the middle, and then there's 2 seats that are next to in the back. Like kind of scooted back about 8 inches. So
like a McLaren or something.
Kind of, yeah. So these things, it was on Samsport magazine cover. Oh man, I'm gonna say like 15 years ago, 16 years ago. I think longer than that, but it was the blue and black car. So they're pretty rad cars. I'm just fortunate and have customers that trust us to redo them and make them nice again. So
actually, no, I enjoyed that. I've met them a few times down years and years ago. So this is your roll it.
Yeah, it's like a fab table, and then we have fixtures and stuff that flips both ways. We've got fixtures and stuff for going. We have like a truck we're building that's out there, and a bunch of fixtures came with it and stuff. So
that's your water jet?
A little plasma table that we use to cut out all the small stuff here. I have a bigger one, but it doesn't fit in.
Right.
And I don't want to make a giant mess with plasma because it's a disaster. So.
All right, guys, that's the inside. We're gonna step on out to the outside. So. Follow us. All right, guys, we're outside here, right outside the main shop, as it were, right?
Yeah, the shop garage as of right now.
And tell us, what's this here?
This is like a little pre-runner, like a 1400 truck, a 1460 little Ford Ranger. all linked and stuff. It was a nice truck at one point. Somebody wrecked it, kind of jacked some stuff up, so we're fixing some necessity stuff so he can go play with it some more and figure out what he really wants to do with it, and then I don't know, might make it nice someday if he likes it.
Back here you got,
There's an all-wheel drive truck under the cover right now.
that's a trophy truck, right?
That's a trophy truck, yeah. That's a racer all-wheel drive. It's pretty loud truck. That's our race truck that we race, but I'm out of space for a couple days until I get that car out of here because it's going to body, so had to move some stuff around for a few days, but yep.
This is your Fleetwood Expedition, and you might notice the light bar on the front of it. That's probably how you can tell Chris from the rest of the crowd there.
Pretty much.
Now, if you guys look way back there, you'll see a bunch of guys building construction, basically, and that is going to be the future home of R3 Fabrication, right?
That's our new shop. It's 4,000 square foot with another, I don't know, 2,600 square feet of just parking on the side of it and stuff. So it should be good. Give us enough space to do what we need for hopefully a couple of years.
Right. So right now it's you and 2 other guys, right?
Yeah, it's me and 2 other guys right now. So Sean Malone, he was at the Sand and Water Show with us. Or I was with him actually. He invited me there, and he works for me. He's one of our best welders we got. And then I have Kyle War. He's been with us for a couple months, and he's learning the ropes and figuring out how things are done here and stuff. Came from hot rod, so big difference of how stuff's done in the hot rod world compared to the race car world. And
less pretty, more tough for the race car world, right?
But it's pretty, but you can't cover it up. So you gotta. There's that fine line of doing stuff just slow enough that it comes out nice. So. And
other than building race cars, what other services do you offer? Do you ever just do any fabrication for people? Like if somebody came over and said, "Hey, can you weld this for me?"
Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, there's always filler work because even these big cars, there's some points and times where either you're waiting on parts or you got customers that are like, "Hey, dude, I can't afford you to give me a 3-guy check or a bill every week for 10, 12, 15 grand every single week." So we space it out, and that's why we work on multiple things at a time. And even then, sometimes you got stuff that, we're just a little bit slow. So yeah, we'll do almost anything. We're supposed to build a couple tables next week for some guys, and we pretty much do anything as long as it's metal fabrication. I don't like working on street cars and regular trucks that have oil issues and stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff.
Right.
But if it's race related or real fabrication related, like fences, gates, I've done all kinds of stuff. So
tell them how to get a hold of you.
You could go on Instagram is the easiest way, or Facebook. I'm Chris Redden on Facebook, and on Instagram it's R3 Fabrication. And you can get a hold of us either way there. So our phone number's on it and stuff like that. So
what's the phone number?
Phone number is 909-809-7241. And if you call, I pretty much always answer. If I don't answer, it's because my phone's not on me. But if it's on me, it gets answered. So
that's actually a nice thing. Yeah. A lot of places you call and they don't call you back.
And I'll tell you if we're too busy, I will. I'll tell you no, we can't do it right now. But if it's something I know we can get in, or even if you just need it done, and yeah, we pretty much work with everybody on stuff. Try to keep everybody happy, and the biggest thing is don't bite off more than we can chew, because I don't want to piss anybody off.
Right.
Tried my whole career not to be that fab shop, so we've done fairly well at it. I mean, there's been some times, but for the most part, I think
it's perfect.
Most of our customers happy. So.
Well, thank you so much for the shop tour.
Thank you, sir.